What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Big Alf Gaming. Today is the very first video of my Pokemon Red playthrough. Now, I'm pretty excited about this one. I've actually never played the game before. I've only played Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green, so you guys are going to be getting to experience the magic, the excitement of this Pokemon game alongside me. Alright, so here we go. We've got Professor Oak saying, "Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Prof." And he tosses out what would appear to be a Nidorino or Nidorino. So used to saying Nido from growing up, and I never fixed that bad habit. But this world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? So he's been having a whole convo with us, and he never even asked for our name. How rude. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our name in here as Big Alf. It's actually sort of a nickname that I had for myself in college. Yeah, I really like the little nickname there, and I'm gonna stick with it here for the game. Gonna go ahead and put in the last few letters here, and now I gotta come up with a name for the rival. I'm not really sure if I want to go with like Blue, or if I should maybe like change it to Gary, since that's what it is later on. I don't know. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What is his name again? So ridiculous, because like he literally doesn't even know the name of his own grandson. But what if we just got really wild and went with John here? I'm just gonna be basic. I'm gonna stick with Gary just because I feel like that suits him very well. Especially, I know that was his name like in the anime. So yeah, we'll leave it with that. But Big Alf, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Alright, before we do anything, first order of business, setting text speed to fast. Absolutely essential. Let's see what this says here. We're playing the SNES, the Super Nintendo. Okay, it's time to go. And we've got a little baby boy bed out in the corner over here. That is so small. In comparison to our room, the size of our room, like this bed is honestly minuscule. Like, you know, like when you go into a bedroom, your bed like takes up like a good majority of the room, like probably at least more than half. I mean, this kid's room is absolutely ginormous compared to the size of his bed. But anyways, that's enough of that. Let's head over here to the PC and we will withdraw a potion from the PC. And that's all that's in there. And then we can head downstairs and let's see if we can have a little chat with Mama Bear here. See what she has to say. Mom, right. All boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Professor Oak next door is looking for you. It's funny, like, I guess our mom didn't know that until she saw it on TV. Like, she never expected boys to leave home. They just stay at home forever, but TV told her otherwise. Anyways, let's go ahead, head up here into the grass, and they actually allow us to take a little step out there, so I wonder it would just be wild if a Rattata or a Pidgey just came and absolutely blasted us right here in the first tile of grass that we step into. But the game makers must have programmed it so that is absolutely impossible to happen. Oak comes up to us immediately telling us that we need a Pokemon to protect us in the tall grass. So he's going to bring us into his lab, and we are going to get our first Pokemon of the game. And look who it is. It's our rival, Gary. I don't even want to be standing shoulder to shoulder with this guy if he's my rival. I don't like that one bit. But he's getting impatient. He wants a Pokemon immediately. He said that Gramps, he calls him Gramps, told him he could have one. So that's what we're going to do right now. We are going to get our first Pokemon of the game. Oak's telling us that he was a serious Pokemon trainer in his younger days, but he only has 3 left. Like, bro, what'd you do? Did you just release all of them? Like, you didn't use the PC to store any of your Pokemon? You literally just tossed all of them away or gave them away. I don't know, but anyways, he tells us that we can have one here. Gary says, Gramps, what about me? And he says that Gary can have one second, which is pretty cool that he favors us, gives us the first choice, even though Gary's his grandson. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the 3 options. We've got Charmander, the lizard Pokemon. It's said to has fire that spouts from the tip of its tail. Who else we got here? We've got the Squirtle, the tiny turtle Pokemon. After birth, its back swells and hardens into a shell, powerfully sprays foam from its mouth. And then the final one here, we've got Bulbasaur, the seed Pokemon. A strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. So you want the plant Pokemon Bulbasaur. We will not be taking the plant Pokemon Bulbasaur. We will be taking Charmander, the lizard Pokemon. Now, Charmander kind of gets a bad rap in the first game because he doesn't really learn any good moves. But I'm going to show you that he is still a great starter in this game. Charizard is actually my favorite Pokemon, or one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Right behind Lucario. Them two are probably my favorite. Now I'm going to give him a little nickname here. I know it's kind of basic just because Blaze is generally like the ability for the fire starters, but we're going to give him a saucy nickname here of Blaze King. And I know it's kind of similar to Blaziken, but it's different enough here because that one was more of a reference to, it ends in kin because he's a chicken, not because he's a king. So yeah, that'll be it for Charmander's nickname here, our Blaze King. And then Gary's gonna head on over, and of course, sure you guys already know this, he will always take the Pokemon who is super effective against us. So he gets a Squirtle, and he's not as cute as we are. He's not going to give his Squirtle a nickname, but he's going to challenge us to a little battle here. Now, I just kind of realized that I probably should have made Blaze King's nickname have all capital letters because I think the Squirtle is going to have, yeah, exactly. So there we go, the Squirtle has all caps, but our Blaze King is, I don't know, punctuated properly, I guess. Anyways, we're just going to go ahead and scratch this guy, and that was pretty interesting. It tossed like, it's like he had green claws. That's pretty funky. I don't know if that's because I'm playing it on the Game Boy player, or if that's just literally the way that this game was back in the day, that like the color is green for scratches. But yeah, that's pretty funky. We're just going to keep scratching away here. It's very difficult to lose this battle if you grabbed the potion in the beginning. Like, you'd have to get pounded by a whole bunch of critical hits. But there we go, he's just been tail whipping away, and fortunately we should still win here because he just continues to tail whip rather than attack us, and that will be the final blow for the Squirtle. And there we go, Blaze King gained 70 experience, grew to level 6, and won the first battle that he appeared in. So there we go, off to a very good start, Blaze King. And Gary is absolutely shocked that he picked the wrong Pokemon, which is a little bit ridiculous. It's like, it's literally been the first battle of the game, but it's fine. Now we get a first little glimpse there of Gary's classic catchphrase, "Smell you later." That's always what he's kind of been known for in this little game. Let's go ahead and we can talk to our mom again one more time, see if she says the same thing. Big Alf, you should take a quick rest. I'm not sure if we needed it, because normally I think that our starter will heal up automatically after the first battle, but if not, we just went ahead and we healed up an extra time anyways. Now let's head into our rival's house here, see what she has to say. Wow, and we know that she's just a liar because we literally just watched Gary walk right out of Gramps' lab. But we're gonna head up here, head a little bit north, and we get our first wild encounter of the game here. We've got a level 3 Pidgey to face. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna scratch him away, gain a little bit of experience while we're at it. And I guess that must just be a thing of all the battle animations. They're all green because even Pidgey's little gusty tornado there is like green. Pretty funky. It's also interesting to me that all of the characters are like red because the game is red, even like the grass and all of that. Yeah, like I said, this is my first time ever playing through the original games, but I know that on the blue version, everything is blue. So it's pretty cool that they constructed it that way. But here we go. Now we've got our first Rattata sighting, and we're going to make sure that Blaze King knocks him out nice and efficiently. Not super efficiently. It's still going to take 3 scratches in order to take this guy out, but that's what you can expect for the beginning of the game. Now we're heading north to the first town in the city. In Viridian City here, we will have to, we need to go to the Pokemon Mart to do a little errand for Professor Oak. Let's go ahead and read this sign. Trainer tips: the battle moves of Pokemon are limited by their power points PP. To replenish PP, rest your tired Pokemon at a Pokemon Center. Super helpful info there, but we're going to go ahead and head on over to the Mart in order to complete this errand. Hey, you came from Pallet Town. So the owner of this Mart here says that he's got a little order for us to take to Professor Oak. So we're going to do just that and say hello to Professor Oak for him. So while we're just over here doing some dirty work for these guys, we are gonna actually hop these ledges back so we can avoid some of the wild Pokemon, so we don't have to get into a whole bunch of other battles and make you guys watch all of that. So let's hop this ledge as well, and didn't mean to hop into that one. Of course we get into a battle, so let's go ahead and we will take on this Rattata, another level 3. Rattata and Pidgey are the 2 Pokemon that you can find in the first route of the game. I believe they should range anywhere from levels 2 to 4. At least that is the case in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I'm going to end up referencing Fire Red and Leaf Green a lot. I know there's several differences between Red and Blue and Yellow and Fire Red and Leaf Green, but those are the games that I grew up playing, and so those are the ones that I'll probably end up talking about the most. But either way, I'll still try and give information that is as accurate as possible to this game. So we're going to head back in here, and we're going to give Professor Oak this little parcel or whatever it is. So Oaks says that our Charmander, our Blaze King, really likes us and he's super excited about it. We deliver the parcel, and it's the custom Pokeball that he ordered. Now I wonder if that's like a Master Ball. Like, I think that I guess no, it couldn't be the Master Ball because in this game Giovanni is the one who gives us the Master Ball. But it'd be pretty cool if Oak was the one who gave us the Master Ball and we just had this little bit of lore in the beginning of the game where we get a custom Pokeball delivered that's actually the Master Ball. But anyways, Oak is telling us now that he's got some Pokédexes for us, so we're going to go ahead and snag those to make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. But I guess that's what Professor Oak is asking us to do since he's too old to do it now. Which, I don't really get that. I mean, if he said that he had like a ton of Pokemon back in the day, you would think that he would have been able to complete most of the Pokédex, but evidently not. Now, Gary says that he's got a little town map for us, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to head on over to his house, and we are going to snag that before we head north. So let's go ahead and talk to this. I think this is Gary's mom, I'm guessing. So she gives us a town map, and totally optional, not necessary to beat the game or anything like that, but it could be helpful. And now guys, I think that will about do it for our first video here. I know we didn't have a whole lot of excitement, there were only like 4 battles, but it feels like an appropriate stopping point. We got our first Pokemon, our Charmander, we headed up north, we collected the parcel, we delivered it, we got the Pokédex, so I'd say we're in good shape for moving forward in the game in the next video. So that's all we got for today, guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.